Hello everybody, welcome to another adventure with Art Whisperer 88. These are a whole pile of copy paper and I want to make some on-the-spot stencils with different shapes, and I'm going to concentrate on these oval shapes or potato shapes. Okay, and then what I want to do is cut them out. I thought I would get away from the reusable stencils because the shapes tend to be repetitious, and I thought I would do a little variation for change. Okay, so now I have these egg shapes or oval shapes, and then what I will do is cut them at an angle, so I end up with these half shapes. Okay. Anyway, the idea is to have ovals and create sections of ovals. So I have these, either they're D-shaped or cup-shaped, whichever way you want to call them. And I will assemble a composition on the plate and proceed from there. So that is my first step, is to make all these stencil shapes to use in this composition. Okay everyone, here we are at the next step. I will use Mars Black by Blicrylic and Phthalo Blue, and these are the two darkest colors that I have, because I want to start the first layer with the deepest colors. And what I plan to do is have these different zones of alternating color. So I will start with the blue. It will be kind of like a checkerboard pattern. And the acrylic is on the watery side. It's done that way on purpose because this is a student grade type paint. It's ideal for classrooms and great for kids who are starting their art classes. And the fact that it's watery makes it have a longer open time as compared to the tube acrylics. Okay, so that is the blue. Now I'm going to use my black. Okay, that's it for the first layer of color. Now my next step is to make use of these. These are all left over from my packages that I get regularly from Amazon. And they always come in these bubble wrap. And I thought they would make interesting textures. So I'm just going to lightly press. Create. These textures. That's for the bubble wrap. And then here are leftover package. This is a corrugated cardboard, also from a package that I've cut up. And it has an interesting texture, like a corrugated ribbed type. So now that I have the textures down, I will just add some final marks here. Okay, now let me get these guys out of the way. Again, I'm using one of my favorite papers, which is Stonehenge. It has a nice, very smooth surface, and it takes the acrylic paint very well. And it's not that expensive compared to the other European papers. Stonehenge is American made. Okay, let me I'll put this on the plate for about 10 to 15 minutes so it will absorb most of the paint. Okay, let's see what we got. It's making a lot of noise. Very cool. So this is the first layer with the textures made by the bubble wrap and the corrugated board. And I will proceed to air dry this and figure out the next layer. Be right back. I'm going to try to capture this. again, I'm going to try to place some textures here. Again, I will leave this for about 10 minutes while I wash out my brayer. Okay, it's been about, I'd say, 10 minutes. Let's see. I like the textures. They're very painterly. It's kind of a looser image. I think that's pretty cool. It has almost like an Amazon jungle type of atmosphere. So this gets air dried as well. And I will go on to the next step. I may even be able to salvage this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Very cool. The vermilion and white create a wonderful mix. I think that's a great looking image. And since I have all these wonderful marks, I'm going to keep going. Now I am going to take a chance and try to pick up as much of these marks as possible. So I will leave this for a little bit longer, I'd say about 20 minutes. I mean, I hope I don't tear the paper, but leaving it on the plate longer picks up more paint. So there's a fine line between picking up the paint and risking tearing the paper. I'll take that chance. So I'll be right back. Okay, this is the longest I've left the paper on the plate. I hope it doesn't tear on me. Let's see. And I'm hoping that it picks up what's left. I think it does, and this is getting caught under my registration bar. The top is beginning to tear. This is one of those unexpected problems. I had used some double stick mounting tape and the top bar is not moving. Oh, I love this. Very cool. This is my favorite. Don't you think? And I think it picked up almost everything. And this is, to me, this is a textbook ghost print. It's exactly what I wanted to happen, and make use of all the leftover colors and textures. Very cool. I'm very pleased. I'm just unhappy that the top tore a little bit. What I have to do is tape down the edge of this registration bar so it doesn't, the paper tends to slip underneath the piece of wood, but that's a shop problem. It's not an aesthetic problem. So anyways, this will be, since it picked up most of the paint, this will be the last ghost print. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of this printing session. So I think that's pretty prolific. So anyway, all these guys will air dry and I will continue on to the next step. So don't go away. Okay, everybody. I've come to the next step here. I was able to arrange the paper stencils that I had been cutting earlier, and I am going to assign copper for the middle section and some purple, which I rarely use, and this is violet on the top. So this will be for this piece. which is the first one. This is fairly dark. And I'm hoping that these will provide some contrast. So I will start with the copper, one of my favorite colors, and it seems to never fail in terms of performance because it's a very bright and striking color. This is purple. And violet on top. So it is a bit of unusual color combination, but I will give it a try. Now these tube colors are much thicker. They have a richer texture than the acrylic. They have more of a premium feel to them. And since these are paper stencils, I think that they will be much easier to remove. Okay. So I'm hoping that this will provide enough contrast against the very dark blue and black background. I'm being careful not to put the paper too close to the registration bar on top, because sometimes the paper slips underneath the wood and I can't get it out. Okay, so I will leave this again for about 10 minutes and see what happens. Okay, let's see what we got this time. Pretty cool, huh? It looks like it's more than 2 layers, but it's really just 2 layers of paint. So I'm going to set this aside and going on to the next one. I'm going to see if I can again capture this piece, capture the ghost print. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is very cool. This is the shadow of the paper stencils. I like this. Now I am going to do an experiment with this green piece. I'm going to use one of my reusable stencils and at the same time pick up what's left here. I'm going to do phthalo blue on this side. And cadmium red on this side. I'm putting more pressure on the center portion because that's where the stencil was. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I love this. It's very rich, complex. Pretty cool. It's very much like an oil painting. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, this is really something special. Check this out. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have 5 pieces here. interesting thing is they're all completely different from each other. So anyway, I will air dry these guys and see what is the next step, and I will recap. Okay, everybody. Everything seems to have dried by now. This is the first pull, and I think this is a standalone print. I don't think it needs any more collage. And I think the addition of metallic copper really picks up the color combination. So this is my first print. I'll show you a close-up. These are the textures created by the bubble wrap and corrugated board. So that's it for the first print. Now here is a second ghost print, and I am going to apply a tissue paper collage and a piece of copy paper. Okay, that's it for the first ghost print. Well, here's a little piece that I want to add. It's a little piece of Japanese paper. I've also had this for many years, so I like the pattern. Okay. Here is the next. Okay, that is the third print. Okay, I think I've done all of them except one, which is the most complicated one, and I'm going to take care of that maybe in a separate video because I have some plans for it. So I'm going to wait till the collage dries and then recap and give you a summary. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, everybody, here's to recap. This is the first print, the one that's done with the paper stencils cut in half moon shapes. And this was the ghost print. Here's a close-up. There's the collage and the copy paper. These are really close-up of the textures made by the bubble wrap. That's the second ghost print. This is the third one. I love the textures on this one. Here's a close-up. As you can see, the textures are very complex. The details seem to be very fine and very tiny. Here's the next one. This is a little more complex, and I added more collage on it. And this is the last piece. This is also a ghost print. You can still see the remnants of the shapes of the paper cutouts. And I do like the introduction of purple at the bottom and the violet on the top. So anyway, those are the 5. Actually, there were 6. I counted wrong. There are 6 prints in total, but I did collage on 4 of them. 1 I left alone, so that's 5. And then the 6th one I will do in a separate video. I hope you like this a bit of a lengthy video. But I had so much fun doing the ghost prints, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for subscribing and for all those who kindly donated to my PayPal to help keep this channel afloat. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next time.